SVR IAS Academy welcomes you to the Current Affairs online video lectures. ComeOnIndia.com is our website. Today's date is 20th May 2016. In this video, you are going to see many important topics which are useful for prelims and mains 2016 and 2017 examination. Let's start the video lecture. Now, let's discuss about criminal defamation. Recently, Supreme Court has given a historic judgment on criminal defamation. In this background, we will discuss what is defamation, what is civil defamation, what is criminal defamation, what are the various laws and sections dealing with criminal defamation, what is the basic difference between civil defamation and criminal defamation, what is the recent Supreme Court judgment on criminal defamation, and so on. This is a very important topic for GS paper 2 in mains 2016 examination. So prepare thoroughly on this topic. First, let's discuss what is defamation. Defamation means harming someone's reputation by making a false and derogatory statement against him without any lawful justification. It means simply making false statement and derogatory statement against a person who has good reputation in the society, then his reputation is affected because of such false statement. For example, consider person A, he has good reputation in the society, and person B who makes false statements and allegations against person A. Now person A's reputation is affected. Now person A can file defamation case against person B. Defamation can be in the form of spoken words, written letters, or visual representation. So defamation can be in the form of spoken words, written letters, or visual representation. Another point is that there is no need to make separate statements for civil defamation and criminal defamation. A single statement will be enough for both civil defamation and criminal defamation. Another point is that to constitute defamation, publication of the alleged statement is must. Before initiating defamation proceedings, publication of the alleged statement is mandatory. Now let's discuss one important prelims point. Criminal defamation is mentioned in the section 499. Punishment is mentioned in the section 500. So, section 499 and section 500 deals with criminal defamation. Section 499 deals with the criminal defamation and section 500 deals with the punishment. For criminal defamation, if proved, punishment goes up to 2 years in jail. So, punishment for the criminal defamation may be up to 2 years. Many countries, including most of the countries in the West, West means the developed countries in North America and European countries, and our neighbors like Sri Lanka have abolished criminal defamation, whereas in India it is both criminal and civil offense. So in India, defamation is both civil offense and criminal offense. One can take recourse by taking the person to the court when defamed either by words spoken or in writing. When spoken, it amounts to slander. It amounts to slander, and if printed, it is libel. It is libel. Slander means it is the act of making a false, negative spoken statement about someone. Then what is libel? Libel is a method of defamation expressed by print, writing, pictures, signs, or any communication method that is injurious to a person's reputation. Many cases filed in the Supreme Court to abolish criminal defamation. Public interest litigations filed in the Supreme Court to strike down the provisions, that is sections 499 and section 500 of the Indian Penal Code IPC. But Supreme Court, which gave its judgment recently, upheld the constitutional validity of criminal defamation in India. According to the Supreme Court judgment, right to free speech is not an absolute right. Right to free speech is not an absolute right. So, individuals and media organizations, including social media platforms, can be prosecuted for defaming someone. So one of the major implications in the Supreme Court judgment, so individuals and media organizations, which also includes social media platforms, can be prosecuted for defaming someone. According to the Supreme Court judgment, right to free speech cannot mean that a citizen can defame others. Protection of reputation is a fundamental right. Protection of reputation is a fundamental right, and it is also a human right. So protection of the reputation is a fundamental right and also a human right. So criminal defamation serves the social interest. Under the civil law, the person defamed can move either trial court or high court and can seek damages in the form of monetary compensation from the accused. So under civil defamation, only monetary compensation is sought, whereas in the criminal defamation, a defamed individual has to move the criminal court. If the case is proven, the guilty will face 2 years jail term and fine. In criminal defamation, the offences are bailable, non-cognizable, and compoundable offence. The three words which are highly useful for the prelims examination. Offences under criminal defamation is bailable, non-cognizable, and compoundable offences. Now let's discuss the difference between compoundable offence and non-compoundable offences. Under section 320 of the Criminal Procedure Code, under section 320 of Criminal Procedure Code, we can divide the offences into compoundable offences and non-compoundable offences. Compoundable offences are less serious criminal offences. Compoundable offences are less serious criminal offences, whereas non-compoundable offences are more serious in nature. They are more serious in nature and they impact not only the victim. The offences affects not only victim but society at large will also be affected. So far we discussed two types of offences. So criminal defamation is a very important topic for prelims and mains 2016 and 2017 exam. So prepare thoroughly on this topic. Now let's discuss another topic which is highly useful for the prelims examination, that is census town versus statutory town. Comparing the census town and statutory town. Census 2011 defines both towns. According to the census 2011, a census town should have following features. The town should have urban characteristics. Urban characteristics like, first point, it should have minimum population of 5,000. It should have the minimum population of 5,000. Second point, at least 75% of the male main working force should be engaged in non-agricultural activities. At least 75% of the male main working force should be engaged in non-agricultural activities. Third point, population density should be at least 400 persons per square kilometer. Population density should be at least 400 persons per square kilometer. If these three conditions are fulfilled, we can call a town as census town under census 2011. Now, how can we say a town as statutory town? A statutory town is the one with a municipality or corporation or cantonment board or notified town area committee. So, a statutory town is the one with the municipality, corporation, cantonment board or notified town area committee. As per census 2011, number of statutory towns is higher than number of census town. number of statutory town is 4041. Number of census town is 3784. Based on the state-wise distribution of census town, West Bengal stands first. West Bengal has maximum number of census town, followed by Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. So we can classify or we can rank the states based on the number of census town. First rank goes to West Bengal, second rank goes to Kerala, third rank goes to Tamil Nadu and fourth rank goes to Maharashtra. Another important prelims point is that under Amrut mission, 50% weightage goes to the statutory towns in any state or UT in allocating the funds. 50% of the funds goes to the statutory towns in any state or UT. Amrut mission stands for Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. Amrut stands for Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. So remember all the points in this topic which are useful for the prelims examination. Now let's discuss about various steps taken by Election Commission of India to increase voters turnout. To increase voter turnout in elections. As you may be aware, elections to the legislative assemblies of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal and Puducherry as well as for the state of Assam was held recently and results were announced. One characteristic feature of elections to the state is that overall voter turnout is 75% and above. The overall voter turnout was 75% and above. So for that, Election Commission of India has taken many steps to increase voter turnout. You may get 100 to 150 words question in GS paper 2 in this topic. So prepare well. Here we will discuss 4 to 5 important steps taken by Election Commission of India to increase voters' participation in democratic process. The primary objective is that voting process should be made as simple as possible, and we should not keep voters standing in a long queue for many hours to vote. So voting process should be made simple. For that, Election Commission of India has increased number of polling stations in all the constituencies. So Election Commission has increased number of polling stations in almost all the constituencies, and introduction of the photo electoral rolls. Photo electoral rolls made it simple to verify the voter and less time taken to verify the voters, so that voting process made it faster. Election Commission also introduced voter identification card. Introduction of the voter identification card made it easy to verify the voters. And another point is that Election Commission of India introduced computerized system that made it easy for verifying the residence of voters. To verify the residence of voters, it become easy after introduction of the computerized system by election. To verify the residence of voters, it become easy after introduction of the computerized system by Election Commission of India. Few years back, Election Commission of India has introduced a flagship program called Systematic Voter Education and Electoral Participation. Systematic Voter Education and Electoral Participation sweep. It helped Election Commission to increase the voter awareness and participation in democratic process in the world's largest democracy, that is India. Election Commission of India also used well-known personalities from various fields like cinema, sports, as a part of its voter awareness program. So, Election Commission of India used well-known personalities to increase awareness among the voters about participating in the democratic process. Next point is National Voters Day. Election Commission of India has introduced National Voters Day. In India, National Voters Day is celebrated every year on January 25th. So, January 25th is celebrated as National Voters Day. National Voters Day is observed on the Foundation Day of Election Commission of India. So, January 25 marks the Foundation Day of Election Commission of India. So, on that day, National Voters Day is observed. Election Commission of India granted voting rights to NRIs, voting rights to non-resident Indians in 2010. The move helped to increase the voter base in each constituencies. Election Commission of India also introduced SMS and toll-free numbers so that people can ask details regarding enrollment process and address of polling stations and so on. So, because of the various steps taken by Election Commission of India, in recent years, it changed its nature of functioning from mere regulator of elections to become a facilitator of elections. So, because of the diversified role played by Election Commission of India, it became facilitator of elections from being a mere regulator of elections. So, prepare very well on the Election Commission of India and election process. Surely you will get one question in GS paper 2.